A relaxing and calming episode. That's what this episode really was. It was a good episode. It had a good amount of comedy, but it really, in terms of the way I look at it, it was a very just relaxing episode that seemed to just drift away from the chaotic comedy we've had in these past couple episodes. This episode mainly was just to chill back and get to see from two different perspectives of Cocoa and Chino, and getting to see how they act when they're separated. And that made this episode really enjoyable. It changed up the pace a little bit of the episode, because usually we get the entire little sister thing going on with Cocoa and Chino. In this episode, you clearly see that Chino is completely missing Cocoa because she's making multiple milk cocos all over her counter, and I'm like, oh my god, she made at least 10 or 15 of those. And so really, you could clearly see that Chino really cares for Cocoa, and that's what this episode really tried to show. There was some good comedy moments in this episode, especially with Rize, you know, cutting her hair at the end and nobody really noticing. The Chimame girls pose right at the end with Chino and her friends doing that weird pose with guns and stuff. That was a really adorable moment. And then you had the cute Sharo being all embarrassed in the bathroom. Oh yes, and Tippy getting wet in the bath. Oh my god, that was funny. So there were some good moments in this episode, really good moments. Overall, the plot that I was hoping I wanted to progress with, you know, Tippy and getting to see more about him and probably more about Anko, we didn't get that this episode, which is fine in my eyes because I already knew that plot was going to be rather weak in this series. But still, the point of this is, this episode was a good episode, because it had a really good animation. The animation was a lot better than some of the episodes I've actually seen, and I love the music placement, as always, with this series. And so, this episode, not much more I could talk about, because it was just a really good episode, but it was calming, and it was everything we know and love from this series, and that is why I continued to watch it, because it's just so freaking adorable and cute, and you can never get enough moe in your life. So what was your favorite moment in this episode, everybody? Was it the entire bit with Sharo getting embarrassed? Was it the bit of finding out more about Chia? Was it about the Chimami girls, the pose right at the end with Rize? What do you feel about Cocoa and Chino being separated? What was your favorite moment in this episode? I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.